Everyone, hi. Bruce Mufson, LCSW, Sunridge of Nevada. As requested, and to all our Kid Cudi fans out there, we're doing another live breakdown. And the song tonight is called Tortured by Kid Cudi off his latest album. And the song is brilliant. Man, I got to be honest, guys, before I even begin, the one guy that I really learned to really appreciate, and I listen to his music all the time, is Kid Cudi. And as soon as I heard his first song, second song, third song, I was hooked. And every one of his albums I really like, I enjoy. I get so much out of it. His ability to blend and diffuse and how he does things, even the so called videos that they were releasing of him, it's so jangled, but it explains mental health so well. And he's talked about struggling with his own mental health. And I know he took himself into rehab. He has his own demons, but he really captures what it's like to suffer from mental illness. So the song, a lot of times I just make annotations, I make notes, and I try and get something to decipher. But sometimes the songs are just so brilliant, they stand alone, which is just a compliment to the artist. So we're going to break this song down. Like I said, the song is just pure genius. Just I'm saying this just for the sake of saying it. Insano is what the album is. Definitely get it. But the song Tortured is just tremendous. So here we go again. Before we break it down, I want to just say again, Bruce Mufson, LCSW, $50 a month. You can sign up. You don't just get access to our library of over 200 video breakdowns. You also get me every Thursday night. And if we get more people, more nights. I want to make this a full-time occupation for me, pumping out content, live streams, Q&As, mental health topics like grief, trauma, giving people real perspectives, understanding family dynamics. It's not just a one-trick pony. So I'm saying this because I want people to really sign up. The bargain you're going to get from this is unbelievable. I had someone say to me today, I went to therapy. I said, okay, great. I didn't really get anything out of it. I don't really remember it. I mean, I went for like 6-7 months. Therapist didn't really say much. When you go see me, you're going to hear much. That's my point. Way more than you envisioned. So without further ado, let's get into the breakdown. Normally I say I'm only going to talk about the parts that I think are interesting or clinical, but I'm pretty much going to touch on the whole song because I just liked it so much. So here we go. The intro with Kid Cudi is always amazing to me because he really works on getting the mood prepared. So you have to listen very closely to what he's saying and how people are talking and this and that. So the intro is God help me, oh God help me, do you hear me? And there's a lot, do you hear me? Do you hear me? Do you hear me? And do you hear me is a great way to start something off. Is do you really hear what I'm saying? That's a therapy problem a lot of people have with therapists where they say, do you really hear where I'm coming from? Do you really understand me? And the answer is no, I don't. I pretend that I do, but I really don't. But he lets you know off the bat that he's struggling. And the videos you have are like more of like a montage. There's no actual, it's not him, it's not the lyrics, but it's so great how he sets that up because that's what mental illness is. It's never something that people say like, oh, the famous line, snap out of it, yell at you. You're not really depressed. You're not really bipolar. If you had better, stronger will, you wouldn't be this way. If that was so simple, think about it. Then we wouldn't need to be doing these videos. Understand it from that perspective. Mental illness is discordant, meaning it doesn't flow the way it's supposed to. Give an example. Imagine LeBron James, obviously GOAT, we get it, blah, blah, blah. Imagine him driving to the rim and he's about to dunk the ball and blah, blah, blah. And he just takes the ball and throws it off the backboard and it goes out of bounds. And he didn't just rack to the end of the court. And everyone else is looking at him like, what was that, LeBron? Oh, it just happened. And then, third quarter, he is taking a three-pointer and he takes the three-pointer and he just puts it on the ground and walks away. What was that play, LeBron? The coach calls him over, timeout. Yeah, coach, I have these moods. I have these difficulties focusing sometimes. And then fourth quarter, they're up by 1. He's guarding a guy. And all of a sudden, the guy gives him a fake. And rather than LeBron effortlessly sliding over, seal the lane, he lets the guy go right by him and dunk the ball. Beep, game over. They lose by 1. What happened, LeBron? I was thinking about something else. I really couldn't focus, coach. He wouldn't be playing very long. That's my point. That's what mental illness is. And that's what Kid Cudi does so well in breaking that kind of stuff down. Okay, now verse 1. In the dark, in the trippy night, I wish the devil would blank off. Yeah, the dark, the dark. You never really hear people say things like, I'm in the light, the light. There's a reason why you say the dark, because you don't want to be in the light because you feel so lousy about yourself. When you're overeating, when you're not exercising, when you're not getting out of your house, when you have an unfulfilling job, unfulfilling life, unfulfilling career, you were molested, you were traumatized. You don't want to be out in the light. You want to be in the dark. And he sets up that mood so well. And he goes, had a crazy day. I think I might just get sauced. Jaden gave me acid, then said I was getting lost. You know, and my partner's telling me, strap in, this is happening, we on. I've been on a mission, got my people on my side, man. What he's telling you is the only way he can cope is by getting high. And the idea of like the acid, the drinking, the gun, hey, strap in. What's this happening? Of course, you're looking for an outlet to take away from how you feel, which is horrible. You don't like who you are. So you're always looking for something else. And your friends, to a certain extent, become enablers, not helpful. They're not telling you, what are you doing? You don't need to drink. You don't need the drugs. You certainly don't need a gun, not in your state of mind. But that's what happens. And he goes, been on my mission, got my people on my side. Yeah, they're not your people. They're really not. Then he goes a little further on. My demons like to haunt me, keeping focus. Blank, it sucks, man. I don't give two blanks what they say about me, on me. I stay so focused, do my dirt up on my lonely. Yeah, these blanks are too phony. Can't blank with me, no goalie. I'll keep it real. If I see you, I keep rolling. That's the point. You're lost. Look at that line again. I don't care what they say about me. I don't give two blanks. Yeah, my demons. People are phony. I keep it real. If I see you, I keep rolling. Here's the great thing. The last 4 lines. And strolling my people, they don't know that because every single week I get the lowest. I'm so bent. Everyone thinks that no one knows what's going on. That's such a classic maneuver with addictions, mental illness, and unhappiness. No one knows. No one knows. No one knows. I hide it. I'm incredible. You know what? The only person you're fooling, if you're listening to this tonight, when you listen to this breakdown, go get a mirror and look in it. The only person you're fooling with your issues is yourself. Get help. Bruce Mufson, LCSW, $50 a month. There's a reason. Get help. Because you're the only person you're fooling, and you're wasting your life on things that you can get help with. So everyone thinks like, oh yeah, my people, they don't know that. They know that. They know it. Accept it. Meanwhile, in the chorus, I sleep dreaming and all. Demons, they creep on up, bring in the drugs. Days that I pray, smoke, and get drunk. As I sit and burn one to the sky, they say, careful, boy. And I say, why? Why should I follow restraint? Why should I follow calmness? Why should I be normal? Goes on a little further. I'll stay tortured all my life. Feeling like me, I'll be fighting till I die. That's mental illness. When you struggle with mental illness, and it's also personality disorders, it's self-worth, the 3 S's: self-worth, self-confidence, self-esteem. Self-worth, self-confidence, self-esteem. I'll be fighting till I die. Yeah, because you're so unhappy. You're so miserable. You can't find an outlet. You don't know where to turn. I was talking to this young woman today, and she wants to start her own business on the side. Good for her. Impressive. What I say to her, here are some organizations to help you get started, because there are things you don't know about business that these people can help you with. And she's like, no one ever told me this before. Thank you. Look for an alternative. What do we say to people all the time? Exercise, get out of the house. Those things help, the endorphins. The other stuff is only going to hold you back, but it keeps you with your demons, and it keeps you fighting. Who you really fighting? Not the outside world. You're fighting yourself, and you don't have to do that. Get the right help. Okay. Then it goes down, verse 2. What's the cause? Trying to find my way inside this blank. Things are hopeless. This blank is hopeless. Counting, I like the way he does this. This is great. Classic Kid Cudi. Counting down the minutes, playing tennis with emotions. Bouncing ball. Yeah. My emotions are all over the place. I'm not regulated. Trying different therapists. They say I got problems. Wow. That's what you went to therapy school for? You got problems? You got bigger problems than that. When I talk to people, I want them to feel like they went 12 rounds with me. They went 5 rounds MMA. They walk out of that cage, they walk out of that ring, they're beat up, they're emotionally exhausted. You know why? I'm trying to create new pathways for them. I want them to grow. I want them to look at themselves differently. No more backsliding, no more the old person. You used to be Dave 1.0, now you're Dave 2.0. You're better than you used to be. The old boo birds, the old self doubt. You're not good enough. You stink. You can't do it. You don't have the right education, right skin color, right ethnicity. Screw that. You find a therapist that gives you power within. This is what he's talking about, struggling with this kind of stuff. Voices in my head, they're trying to show me how to solve them. Yeah, that's what happens. The voices, it's not just with schizophrenia, it's with mental illness. It's always about that negativity. Homework tonight, guys. I want people to watch the Billy Mills story. All right. 1964, he was an American Indian that ran the 10,000 meters in Tokyo, picked to finish dead last. He practiced a thing called positive visualization. He went to the race. Spoiler alert, he won. Okay. He won the gold, picked to finish way in the back because he practiced positive visualization. Billy Mills. They made a movie about him years and years ago. He's still alive today. He does like hundreds of like speeches to athletes about breaking boundaries and breaking goals. Great speaker. Now, been thinking about my friends, and I can't tell them what's wrong. Say I'm all okay, then hit the blunt. I'm keeping strong. Dealing with this blank, like ever since I lost my pops, man. Every day I maintain I'm twisted in the brain. Yeah, my friends, I can't tell them. I can't be honest. I can't tell them the truth because I don't even know what the truth is myself. I'm lost. I'm confused. I don't know what direction to go in. When he says that, I'm all okay. I'm all okay. I'm like, every time I see someone drinking and doing drugs, I'm like, if you're so okay, why do you need a stimulant to feel better about yourself? Why? It's because you're unhappy. You don't know how to express yourself. You feel all alone. You join our organization, $50 a month, Sunridge of Nevada. You'll not feel alone. You know why? We're going to have an army of people being supportive, and you're going to get what you need from me. That's it. Real simple. It's a very simple concept, not to feel alone. How many people have told me in my career, I'm alone, I'm alone, I'm alone, I feel like I'm a nobody? Yeah, because you don't have that self-confidence. That's what addictions are, and it all stems from not getting the mental health support you needed when you needed it. Every day I maintain I'm twisted in the brain. Absolutely. Here's another thing too. I'm drowning. I'm crazy and it's time. How many times have I broken down videos where the sequence of water is involved? How many? Dozens. I'm thinking of name after name after name after name. One name pops up right away, Mac Miller. Always that allegory of the water. I'm drowning. I'm drowning. You literally feel like you're drowning because everything is so confusing and so difficult. Sitting in the darkness, scaring nothing. Yeah, I think I'm the scariest person. I'm afraid. I'm in the corner of the room. I'm afraid for the door to open up. I'm afraid for light to come in. So all I want to do is hide, hide, hide. I don't want people to see the real me. I got to be the fake me. The drink that I'm downing, the love me, she loved me, but she left me. He's talking about alcohol. That's what he's referring to. That's my crutch. That's my woman. That's my babe. Master my madness. Swim in sadness of the night, in the night. It's a great line. Swim in the sadness of the night. So many people have talked about that. Just metaphor, drowning. I can't catch my breath. I'm going under for the fifth time. Save me. The water, because it's cleansing. It puts you anonymous. You're under. No one has to see you. I can dive away from all my pain. Of course, you can't. That's something you got to comprehend. But he does a great job explaining this. And here's another thing too. it goes back in the chorus, but they're going again and they're saying careful. I'm going a little further line. I'm down to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 lines down. They're saying careful, boy. I say, why? I say, why? Why should I care about myself? I don't care who I am. And they saying careful, boy. I say, why? Because I'm staying tortured all my life. Feeling like me, I'll be fighting till I die. The end of the chorus. That's what he's telling you. Every day, every week, every month, every year is going to be painful. Not going to make it work. And then the outro, he goes in there, yeah, whoa, yo. Again, he's letting you know the anguish that he's feeling. He's doing that brilliantly. Kid Cudi to me has like no peer in how he expresses anguish, how he expresses pain, how he expresses his emotions. To me, everything he does is like a roller coaster with the music that he uses, the different background vocals. He gives you, it's like going into a house, like a fun house, going on a ride into like a ghost house and like on Halloween, and you don't know what you're walking into. You get into the ride, you strap yourself in when you're walking around the different mazes, and everything is scary, everything is frightening, because that's what mental illness does to you. All the talk about I'm going to use this, I'm going to use that. My friends don't understand me. That's what happens. And when you suffer from that, when you have a problem in understanding where it comes from, how it relates to you, you're going to be lost. And he's giving you his own way of looking at things that you don't see things clearly. You're not focused. You're dancing. And you're dancing to a tune only you understand. And everyone around you is looking at you like, what's going on? What's going on? What's wrong? And that's the problem. Anytime I see someone using something that's self-destructive, I always say the same thing in my head. What are they really hiding? What are they blocking out? What are they afraid of? And it comes in so many ways. But for those of you, just throwing this out there again, that want to get better, that want to get healthy, for $50 a month, once a week starting. If you want me for more, it's going to cost a little bit more. I'm not going to argue about that. I'm great at what I do. I got a great crew, and we're ready. We want to make this financially workable. So people are going to have to pay, fine. But what you get compared to what you get out there, there's no comparison. To break down Kid Cudi and talk about trauma in the same breath, no one can do that. It's just not out there. I mean, I look. There's nothing close to what I do and what I provide in all aspects of your life. And guess what? Even if you have severe mental illness, listen to me, because I'll give you perspectives on how to cope with things like schizophrenia, like bipolar, ADHD. I can do it all. And people say, wow, you're kind of cocky. Well, you know what? I am, because I'm the best. Michael Jordan once made a comment, and they said to him, he goes, if you can do it, it's not boasting. I can't argue with that. If you can do it, you're not boasting. This is what you bring to the table. That's what elite people do, elite athletes. I'm an elite clinical social worker. You sign up for $50 a month. You get a chance to ask questions, get feedback, learn about things, giving you homework, pushing you, wanting you to see things from a different perspective. You're going to get that from me. In conclusion, fantastic song, amazing song. So many great lines in here, tremendous. Another masterpiece from Kid Cudi, I don't think he gets the credit he really deserves sometimes, but he's willing to take chances, and that's what makes you get better in life. You got to take chances. You got to push yourself. Don't stay a victim your whole life. Mental illness is scary. It's frightening, but there are ways to lessen what you're dealing. I'm not saying to get rid of it. That's a fantasy. But ways to learn how to cope with it better and help you grow to have the life you want to have. Bruce Mufson, LCSW, Sunridge, Nevada. Thanks for the breakdown. We want comments, please. Take care.